In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day.
Flows, how are you all doing? Glad to have you all here. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. So, yeah, after I had a bit of a recuperating day at a party, at least after the shit show McToon. That was bad. But anyway, it's good to be here. We have John Conbo, Michael Khan, and Ryan S in chat. How are you guys doing in Element?
Not too bad.
Good. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
So,
Can you hear us?
yeah, I can hear you guys. Is something wrong?
I hear you. No.
No, but John. Oh,
It's,
Michael.
oh,
What's going on?
I don't know.
I
What's
think
going on?
I think he's got issues. Michael, do you have issues? We can hear you,
No.
mate.
I'm sound, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. We thought you have issues because we can hear you. Anyway,
No, I keep hearing, like, Ryan spluttering, like, but...
no, he talks for normal. Anyway,
You like talking?
I'm just going to say hi to everybody in the chat quickly. Hey, Ryan S., good to see you. Mikey Smith, what's up? Donnie Terrain, thank you for coming. By the way, Lily, Mikey Smith was supposed to be on tonight, but he was a bit sick and under the weather, so we rather rescheduled it for next week. So yeah, it's good to have him there. And we got Sea Lightning, what's up, man? Danny Torrance, good to see you too. LJ, what's up? And Luch, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm just going to say Lou, but it's good to have you. We're going to be debating tonight. He did challenge me on a debate about Flat Earth tonight, so I think that's going to be quite cool. At least I know it's going to be more respectful with him than the shit show of a dirtbag crybaby coward I had last night.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, Cordzilla 37, good to see you. Thank you for coming. The House of Groove, that was ya. Thank you for being
He's bought
here.
the dust. I warned him in comments, insulting me. I says, well, you wait while you comment, mate.
But he is a seasoned troll, yeah, so... Anyway, yeah. Hey, Jeff Gassett, what's up? Good to see you. Alan Norstrand, glad to have you in. Coral Apple, good to see you too. Sovereign Soul, what's up? And True Earth Cherry Popper, good to see you too. Thank you for coming in. Richard G and Jeff Gassett. Okay, so this is the pre-show for tonight. What do you guys want to talk about for the pre-show?
Ain't got to talk about it. You had all fun.
Fun, is that what you're telling me? Okay. Hey, Carl G, thank you for coming. Yeah, I was laughing a lot. How can you not? Especially when someone makes positive claims. Yeah, McToddler, exactly. Especially when someone makes claims and refuses to back it up and tries to reverse the burden of proof onto someone else. It's really sad. I mean, the guy's such a child. He wouldn't let me say more than 2 sentences, and when I do speak, he goes and mutes everything. That's all the guy had. But anyway, that's over from... Hey, Grigori, good to see you. Eclipse today. Yep. Supposedly eclipses. Now, guys, what does an eclipse got to do with the shape of the Earth?
No.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Weird how people in ancient civilizations were able to determine eclipses very accurately, and they were all flat earthers. So it's really odd that the Globers try and claim it's globe related.
I think it's Farmer's Almanac related.
Hey, moving causes movings in. Hey, Spuddy.
Yo, Fluffs.
How's it going, Spuddy?
Good. Everybody all right?
Oh, no, wait. You were gravity
Nice.
causes gravity. That's
Yeah,
what
that's me.
Gravity causes gravity. So can I ask you, gravity causes gravity? What is gravity?
Gravity is gravity. Caused by gravity.
There we go. More concise than what I had the whole not a debate with McToon.
It's slightly warped, just a little bit.
But at least you attempt to answer it. He literally, when I ask him what's gravity, hey Rachie, why don't you come on my show? Hey, what's gravity? Ad homing me. Hey, what's gravity? Talks to his, mutes me on his side and talks to his community. What's gravity? Ignores me straight out. It's really sad actually, because the guy literally made a claim about gravity but won't back it up.
It's the force that's not a force that causes a force that you can think of as a force, but is not actually a force.
No, but remember, he has it on screen.
And it's slightly warped.
The acceleration is due to gravity, so that means gravity causes the acceleration, correct?
So what's that?
If you say the acceleration is due to gravity, that means you're claiming gravity is the cause.
Well, that's their underlying cause for that. He can waffle around it as much as he wants, but that acceleration that he wants to talk about has that underpinning claim of gravity.
Exactly. So the claim is it's gravity, so it's very reasonable for a person to ask, okay, if that's your claim, what is gravity? It's very reasonable.
He also mentioned yesterday that the mass of the Earth has been measured. I just want to ask him how was that happened? How did they do that?
No, that's just a lie. It was never measured. He's talking about the Cavendish, not experiment, which wasn't a measurement of Earth. It was a calculation to work out Earth's density. Unless he's trying to say the cause for acceleration is now density. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. He even showed F equals ma on screen while saying it's not a force. That's a sad thing. Oh yes, and he ignored me by doing a Rubik's Cube. That's so. That makes him as intelligent as a 7-year-old, people, because 7-year-olds can do Rubik's Cubes.
But he's probably been doing that same one since he was 12.
He doesn't. I mean, it's very simple. It's literally just a algorithmic movement that you're doing. You're doing the same move over and over until it sorts itself out. That's all it's doing. That's why you get those people that can do it blindfolded. You don't have to be intelligent to work at Rubik's Cube out. Hey, Nicholas Pitts, thank you for coming in. Ace SW, thank you for coming in. It's good to have you guys, yeah. No, Ace, Cavendish was not an experiment. You can't even give me the IV and DV. Also, notice that the Cavendish is literally just torque vectoring based on torsion bar twist. Thank you very much. It's called simple mechanics.
What was the observed phenomenon for the Cavendish?
There wasn't any.
Well, it's not an experiment then, is it?
No.
Definitely not scientific.
Nope. But remember, the people that push it as science are actually science illiterate. That's the problem with these people. They're really idiots. I mean, we got actual demonstrations showing that Cavendish doesn't even work. We can show demonstrations where it does nothing, or I've even seen where it goes in the opposite direction of what they claimed.
So not testable and repeatable then?
No. I mean,
Well,
how do
have you seen?
Yeah.
You know, when like people go to university, have you seen how they show them that in university? They have a little one that they use in classroom.
Mm-hmm. In an
You know what I mean?
in an air
like-
environment.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Yeah.
be isolated, isn't it, for a start?
Yeah. So tell me, how many variables do you need to isolate if you claim a specific cause? Then, are you supposed to manipulate the cause, correct? In the Cavendish, what's supposed to be the cause for mass attracting mass? Gravity. What do they manipulate? Oh, I don't know. The mass by the distance of the rod. So in other words, torque vectoring. It's literally just torque due to the tension. That's it, because it's density.
This ASSW's got some big problems here. Big problems.
Independent variable was the initial angular displacement of the small lead spheres, and the dependent variable was the torque or dude. Okay, let's do this again. The IV is the cause. Okay, so he's saying the cause is the initial angular displacement of the small lead spheres. Okay, cool. So the displacement causes torque or twisting. So it's not gravity that causes mass attracting mass. No, but what is the initial angular displacement? That's not a force.
Wait, he's debunked himself within 2 comments here, because if you read his first one, observed phenomenon in the Cavendish experiment was a small angular displacement, rotation of the small lead sphere suspended inside the large chamber. Second comment, dV, was the torque or twisting force that acted on the apparatus.
But he doesn't understand. His IV and his dV is both the same
thing.
Same observation. You can't have an effect make an effect be an effect. How can I say this? Your cause cannot be the cause and effect. Okay, he's tried again, guys. He's tried again. Then a variable, which was the initial angular displacement of the small lead sphere. No, that's your effect, not a cause. Was manipulated by changing the position of the small spheres relative to the larger lead spheres. So it's not the IV then. IV is the specific cause for the observed phenomena. If you're claiming the cause for mass attracting mass, you require to manipulate the cause. How did you manipulate gravity? Because you guys claim gravity is the cause for mass attracting mass. Wow. I mean, first of all, how do you confine all the variables? How are you going to confine all the variables? How are you going to keep the temperature constant between everything? Get rid of all the electrostatics. Get rid of the density of the masses causing torsion on the bar. How are you going to get rid of the wire? Remember they used, I think it was opal strings or something? Quartz, or was it quartz strings? Every string in history has some kind of twist to it when they have to make the string. You do know that when tension is placed on it, it causes that string to twist and give it a direction of turn. Whoopsie. There's so many variables that they cannot account for. It's all just a parlor trick. Hi Rachie, thank you for coming.
Yep, that's what it is.
But I wish these people would get a bit of science savvy and understand it's not an experiment. Just because they say it's experiment doesn't make it one. It's not science. Anyway, hi Dislord, how you doing, mate?
Hey, doing fine, doing fine. Are we started or are we just pre-showing?
It's still pre-show now, 15 minutes still.
Cool.
Yeah, then I'll be calling. I'll be calling him up on Discord because we're going to be debating in Discord tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll probably have an after show again. I don't think it's going to go on as long as McToon's last night though. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But it's good to have Lou in the chat. That's the guy I'm going to be debating. And I'm sure we're going to have a much more respectable chat.
I don't think there's any point wasting your time with McToon anymore, to be honest.
No. Remember, I told him last night it's over. There's no next month.
I've been telling him this for months.
But I got out of him last night what I wanted to get out of. Absolute proof
that was
they
too
have
much.
Nothing. Absolutely bugger all.
Yeah.
It's just childish behaviour, wasn't it, really? It was just unnecessary, really.
Provoking childish behaviour all the way through.
By the way, if you go watch his video on his stream, you know how soft he had me. You can hardly hear me talk.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And while I'm talking, he literally just makes... I had the people in Discord today from him saying, why did I get triggered and leave?
I've
What?
had people telling me today that you were over talking him and won't let him.
Exactly.
present.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
You see what a dishonest twat that guy is?
It's all set up to
Yeah.
try and, you know, it's so dishonest. It's not even funny.
Voice chat, Godzilla. I'm going to be talking to him in Discord. So yeah. In the Cavendish experiment, the primary goal was not to measure the gravitational force between the masses displaced in the small lead spheres, which was to manipulate the observed effect. The Cavendish quote-unquote not experiment was his attempt to calculate Earth's density. You get it? That was his attempt.
The effect that they're seeing is man-made inside the objects
Exactly.
that they're using to measure.
I mean, the measurements are oscillations. Okay? The measurements are just oscillations due to torsion twist. It's torque vectoring. It's simple mechanics. It's all it is. It's mechanics. It's torque measurements. You're just measuring torsion. You can go look at the papers and everything. It's got to do with the torque, the oscillations based on the torsion twist. It's not gravity, mate. It was never gravity. It will never be gravity.
But, like, aren't you supposed to observe this in nature and then you make an experiment to try and
But that's the thing.
replicate
This
that?
is why it's
You know
not.
what I mean?
This is also why it's not.
The observed phenomena is in that experiment that you've, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but
it's not that.
yeah, but you see, that's also another thing, though. Where they are doing circular reasoning, and that's why this isn't. It's pseudoscience. It's not scientific, because they're claiming mass attracts mass because a rock, for instance, falls to the ground. So there's acceleration. Okay. Now they're claiming that is a force of gravity accelerating the rock towards the ground, which is anyway false because based on today's gravity, the rock isn't actually falling. It only appears to fall. There's no force at all. Now they take that and they false equivocate it to torsion twisting and saying, you see, mass is attracting mass. That's what they're doing. Hey David Banner, what's up? Good to see you. And Lou, the one with the board ticking was with FTFE, mate. Thank you very much, Space Miner. Good to see you for your $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate it. It says, I'm glad you stood your firm stationary ground and refused to argue unfounded statements. Yep, exactly. That's how I am. I will stand my ground, and I don't give a damn what the other guy calls me, because the guy is literally just a crybaby. Yep. Richard G. Jiren and Whitsett would not be okay with the bad mouth of Cavendish. Well, I don't give a shit what Whitsett and Jiren thinks. Those guys are literally so stupid they don't know what a IV and DV is. Well, actually, Whitsett does. He's just very dishonest not to accept it.
Which
Jiren's
size of
too
their
dumb.
heads?
Yeah.
Which size of their heads? We ought to be witnessing some attraction there, don't we?
Well, Whitsett does have an IQ of 160, remember?
So he says.
So he says, yeah.
Really?
But I do find it odd, like last night with McToon making a claim. He's not claiming he wants to know cause, where he's literally said he wants to know what causes the acceleration. He asked me that. Those were his words. What causes the acceleration? But as soon as I hold him to task on, but you claiming a cause for your acceleration, you even brought up the law of gravitational acceleration, and you answered me and said, yes, that's your claim, it's gravity. You couldn't back it up. You then go and say, I'm the one, the argument's not about the cause, while he's busy bringing it up and asking me about a cause. That's how idiotic this is.
So he wants to whistle past the effects and talk about. Sorry, he wants to whistle past the cause and talk about the
No,
effects.
you see,
basically.
his whole thing was he wanted me to make a claim. And because I didn't make a claim, he couldn't do anything about it. So he had to... You could see the worry in his eyes, like, now what am I going to do? I was bargaining on reversing the burden of proof. Because we do have a claim, according to the globe, we have a claim. Correct? What does the globe claim? Gravity is the cause for the acceleration. Now, he knows he can't provide any backup for that claim, so he would like to reverse the burden onto me. You say it's not gravity, so the burden's on you, in other words. That's what he's saying. Get it? But I'm telling him, yeah, I never said there's no acceleration. We can measure this acceleration. Even though Execrate doesn't like it. By the way, he's still making shorts about me saying, oh, you see, he's a glober because he's saying there's acceleration measured. You can literally take masking tape on your wall and drop something and measure it. It's really idiotic. You can measure the spacings as it falls and you'll see it accelerates. So yeah, measured. The only difference is we don't say it's gravity. But yeah, the globe claim is the one with the burden because they claim it to be something that they don't know what it is.
It's more like the will of God, isn't it? You know, it's a natural law type scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, Lou, I had the one that said obfuscation and the other one was interruptions. I think the interruptions came on like something like 160 or 170 interruptions or something. It's quite bad. And I missed some of them as well. Okay, so before we start the debate, anything you guys want to say?
No.
So we're gonna have a after show again, obviously.
I got nothing.
Just don't you have a more friendly character?
Oh no, I think this guy's gonna be more respectable. I do think so. Okay, Lou, if you're ready, I'm gonna hop onto the Discord, and we're going to see what we can do. If you haven't already, guys, please do hit the likes and share button.
Element open or closing it?
I'll leave it open. I don't know if it's gonna echo though.
Are you gonna mention something about the solar event?
Sorry?
I mean, I can come into Discord. I'll stay on mute.
It's a private.
There's this annular solar eclipse.
No, I don't know what the solar eclipse has got to do with the debate, though. It's specifically flat Earth. But
I'm going to jump into YouTube.
But we can talk about the solar eclipse in the after show if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into YouTube chat and then I'll talk in the after shows.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, I think that'll be better. Okay, I'll see you guys then in afterwards here in Ellement. Cheers, guys.
Cool.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to give him a ring up, and we'll. I probably don't have to start. We can just start a voice call. But yeah, it's good to have you on, Louis. Thank you for coming, mate. Lou. Hello, can you hear me? I hope it works. Hello? I don't know if you muted or something. I did hear something.
Oh, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going?
It's going good.
It's good. So, you said you wanted to challenge to debate me?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
Well, I just want to find out, do you have a YouTube channel or anything that we can plug you on, or?
Well, I do. I haven't really got any videos on it.
Okay.
I was thinking of becoming a VTuber.
Awesome. So I'm gonna send your channel anyway, even though you haven't got content on, so people can see if they want to subscribe to you. I'm gonna subscribe to you too, in case you decide to start putting stuff on.
Yeah, I probably will.
Awesome. So there's anything specific you that's always great. So, any reason you wanted to debate me, though?
Well, I just wanted to see what you're about, you know?
Okay.
I suppose.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's fair enough. So it's more actually
Yeah.
like a ton of chats. You just want to find out what's up for what.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we take it you do believe in the globe.
Yes.
Is there any specific questions you want to ask me or want me to present?
So, I guess, like, what got you into flat Earth? Yeah.
Oh, it's actually quite simple. For quite a while, I always wondered what's, the things we are able to see in reality are demonstratable on small scale on flat surfaces because I studied art. So I with doing this, I saw a lot of the times what we were seeing isn't what we told because we're able to explain it optically. And eventually I did see some flat earth content and I just didn't really take it to heart. I just left it and I went on. And then I went to the beach one day and I was looking out and I was seeing the ships going so-called over the curve. And I was like, maybe I should challenge myself and see what's going on because I know something's not right and I know I can see that and I know it's not what it is claimed. So eventually when I did get home, I just looked more into the flat earthers. It was actually a very easy transition for me. It was like, yeah, this just makes sense. The things that are happening definitely doesn't comport to what we're told. And well, I went out and I started doing my own demonstrations and observations and I saw, yeah, this can all be explained with a flat earth. And from there, it just, tumbled further and further until I found, yeah, okay, it's definitely stationary. It's definitely a horizontal plane and we've got topography and then that's about it. For a while, I didn't even want to be labeled as a flat earther because of the stigma. I'm sure you're aware of that as well.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, because I mean, the ridicule a flat earther gets is like insane. It's like trying to be how can I put it? Trying to walk into some kind of cult, and that cult you walk into, they think you have some kind of leprosy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I have seen the ridicule of flat earthers.
But yeah, that's how
I do get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got into flat Earth, though.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I saw the talk show that before the debate. I saw you wanted to know how eclipses is evidence for the globe.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, I can read what causes the eclipse.
But remember that the cause for the eclipse that's been said is globe-based. It's based on globe rhetoric. So you guys believe that a physical object goes in front to give the eclipse, correct?
Yeah, when the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You do know that is just a claim, though. And that's the problem what I'm sitting with on the globe. There's just a whole bunch of claims that's unfounded and provable. So you can say, see, it looks to me this way, so therefore it is. But there's no proof that that's actually the thing that's the cause.
Well, people have studied, so I assume that, I hopefully that wouldn't make mistakes.
Yeah, but you understand what happens when you go to school and you're studying a curriculum that's pushed on from the government. You would agree with that?
Well, some world government or prime minister, depending on where you are, I suppose.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a curriculum. It's a already set out curriculum, so the information in the curriculum is already based on what the government, quote unquote, thinks is good for the knowledge for your child to learn.
Most schools are, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's easy just to say, okay, I learned this in school, but it doesn't make it correct. Let's, for instance, talk about gravity. When you go and you're learning from primary school till high school, they teach you about Newtonian gravity as a force. Now, as soon as you leave high school and you go to a university, that's all wrong. Then they start teaching you about general relativity and saying, sorry, Newtonian gravity is not the actual gravity, it's general relativity, because Einstein superseded it, and it's not a force at all. It's the bending and warping of space and time in the fourth dimension. So you understand my point? They taught you in school something that wasn't correct, and then as soon as you get to higher education levels, they teach you another form of the same thing they taught you, just in another way. So they contradict each other, actually. But because you taught this, you just accept it as what it is. And that's why the people today in the globe can't understand they're contradicting themselves if they're claiming gravity to be a force and not a force at the same time. Because it can't be one or the other. Can't be both. It can only be one or the other.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, that's actually a pretty fair point to make. That's pretty fair.
Yeah, it's, this just, that's what I say. It doesn't really matter to say, okay, education teaches us this guy's got a PhD or whatever. You can have a guy with PhDs as very intelligent in his field, but it doesn't make him intelligent to know reality, for instance. I mean, let's take Blue Marble Science, for instance. That guy claims that he can come and provide gas pressure without container, and instead he comes and provides a demonstration with 4 containers. You understand the issue?
So well, I haven't really seen Blue Marble Scientist, but I suppose that would be, yeah, I suppose I guess that would be.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah. But, I agree with your Newtonian and Einstein point. I see what you mean by that. But, sorry.
Is there any, what would be your number one globe proof, which why you think it's a globe, though?
Well, I guess it's just, I guess it's the consensus, I guess, and what I've been taught.
So you would agree that you could just be indoctrinated and you just accept it?
I suppose that could be true.
Yeah. So do you want any reasons why how can I put it, why I can give proof why it's flat? Would you be up to that? Would you be up to that if you can give proof why you think it's a globe and I can give proof why it's flat? Would that be fair?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be fair.
Okay, so according to the globe, you have a set radius of 3,500, 3956 or whatever miles. Okay.
24.5, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now,
something like that.
If would you be able, and if we can show you something in reality, observation, which shows that it doesn't match that radius value, you would agree that that's a red flag for the claim?
Yeah. Okay.
Have you heard of the black swan before?
I've heard of it. Yeah, that's the one with the two.
With the oil rigs. Yeah, with the oil rigs.
Oh, like yeah, and the boat in the middle. Yeah.
Great. So you understand? Do you understand what the argument's about on the Modus Tollens argument of the Black Swan?
Not well. They provide like 9 miles away or something, and what I don't really understand it now. Can you explain it?
Okay, yeah, no, it's simple. Let me see if I can actually bring it on screen quickly. I'm just gonna quickly see if I can find it. The Black Swan. I should have actually had it. Now on my screen, I don't have it. Okay. There we go. If I can get it big. I'm going to share the screen now for you.
Screen?
Yeah, I'll share it screen now. I just want to open it quickly. Okay. Why is it not opening? Okay, maybe I can share. Share screen. Go live.
No, there we go.
Are you able to see it? Okay.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Okay. It's actually not what I want, but
Okay.
I want to show there. Okay, but it's not a very good resolution. But you get it. Where it says bye ball platform.
Yeah, I can see it. Okay.
So the observer's height is based on how far you're supposed to see according to the geometry of the globe. Okay. So the claim of the yes. So the claim of the globe is that the horizon is a physical blockage where boats and buildings go over. So if you see a blockage of, let's say, this platform or whatever, you claim it's the horizon that blocks it, bottom up. You agree with that? According to the globe.
Yeah, the horizon is where the sky meets the ground. So yes.
And that's where the blockage is, the physical blockage.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd agree.
So based on this argument, we observed here, based on his observation height, that the max distance your geometry would have of the sphere would have the horizon at 2.73 miles away. Now, the problem is the platforms are just there for reference on distances. Platform habitat is 9.41 miles away, and yet the horizon is still way beyond platform habitat. So remember, the horizon can be no more. Where is it? Well, anyway, you can see the two here. This is on a one day. This is on another day. Just that alone tells you it's optical, correct?
Yeah.
Great. So we agree then that wouldn't be physical. That would be optical. But now,
depending on where you.
Yeah. Okay. So now, based on the Black Swan, the horizon is way past 10 miles, but your horizon geometrically can only be 2.73 miles away. So how can you claim that the horizon is physical and blocking things at 3 miles away if the horizon is seen 10 miles away, further than 10 miles away, not blocking the bottoms of those oil rigs?
Well, what's with the other photo?
That one.
Yeah,
this is on another day. That's a saying. You would agree that would show it to be your beloved Earth curve. You'd say that's Earth curve.
Yes.
Great.
That would be where it cuts
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we go back to the other day. Why is it showing that horizon behind the oil rig?
Maybe.
Remember, it's supposed to be physical, correct? And the Earth is at a set radius. Yeah, and the Earth is set at a set radius, correct? So it can't get bigger or smaller.
Then different conditions, maybe?
So you would agree then it's not physical, it's optical then?
Well, I suppose...
Because it would have to be optical, because one day it blocks, one day it doesn't.
Yeah, one day it's well, yeah.
So it's optical then.
So,
So
well,
so you would agree.
I guess.
So you would agree then. Let's just put it this way: you agree then horizon, even by definition, it's an optical apparent position where the sky and Earth appear to meet. It's not a physical blockage.
Maybe our optics cause it to appear not in the same way.
Yeah, but then, like I'm saying, so if you're claiming the horizon to be physical, it can't change position. So therefore, it has to be optical. Because based on the geometry of your globe would be over 240,000 miles.
Well, I guess it is. Okay, I'll give you that.
Great. And then,
okay, so it's optical.
yeah.
Let's say it's optical. Okay.
Okay, I'm just trying to look for another one because I got another black swan on there. There's this one. You see my thumbnail here?
The black swan, question mark, yeah. I see it.
You can see that same oil rig habitat is blocked, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But the horizon is still behind it. Let me see if I can go get it bigger for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if the horizon's still behind it and it's blocked, see, there's the horizon, but it's still blocked.
Uh-huh.
You would then agree that it's not the horizon that causes the blockage. Do you understand? Because the globe claims the horizon that is the blockage. So if I have the horizon beyond the oil rig showing blocked, that means it's not the Earth curve causing the blockage. It's not the horizon.
Yeah, but that photo looks a bit weird.
Oh yeah, I just changed the coloring so you could see the horizon easier. I just changed the hue saturations. But I can show you the video if you want to.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go. There we go.
Oh, that's it. Okay. I see. Okay.
So you can see it's the oil rig is there. It's blocked on the bottom, but the horizon's still beyond the oil rig. So then we can say then, because of this, we know it's not the horizon that causes this to happen. And what if I told you I can demonstrate...
Well, hold on.
Yeah?
The part...
Yeah?
That artwork was incomplete.
Sorry, what was incomplete?
Like, there was less... You can't really see the bottom of the oil rig in that photo.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said it contradicts the globe claim, because the globe claim is the horizon is the Earth curve. The horizon is what blocks the bottom of the boats and the buildings. Now, I got the oil rig blocked, and the horizon is beyond the oil rig. So it's not the horizon that blocks it.
Okay.
So it's not the horizon that blocks the bottom of the oil rig.
Well, I guess we'll have to ask then what
so I can demonstrate
would be blocking it.
So I can tell you, it's called foreshortening. Have you heard of foreshortening before?
No.
You know when you take your... I'm going to try and share my... I wonder if I can share my screen of my face. Okay, wait, I'm going to share my whole screen. Screens? Screen 1. I don't know. Tell me if you can see me now on...
Yes, I can.
Okay, studio mode. Okay, you can see me. This is my hand, okay?
Yeah.
Look how small it is next to my face.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going to put it closer to the camera. Can you see it's getting bigger?
Uh-huh.
And it's bigger than my head now.
Yes.
And it's blocking my head.
Uh-huh.
This is forced perspective. This is foreshortening. So on that in the ocean like that, we see a little wave. Because of the angle and it's closer, the angular size of that wave is bigger than the bottom of that oil rig. So therefore it's blocked just based on its angle alone. So it's just foreshortening, it's an optical effect.
So the wave appears to be blocking it.
Yeah, so it's a small little, let's say a 10 centimeter wave, just for argument's sake. Because of your angle towards it, it's able to block it, not physically, optically.
Okay, but okay. But what about the other photos of the same oil rigs where it's so okay, I'm getting that on certain days that it can't well be contributed to the days, so it must be something else. Okay, so certain, like maybe mist or okay, in certain atmospheric conditions, the oil rigs appear to do things that go against the norms of the globe Earth.
Yeah, and this is where the black swan argument comes in. You only need one black swan to prove not all swans are white. Do you know what that statement means? So you only need one observation to prove that the claim is wrong. So let's put it this way: the globe claims all swans are white. Now I only need to provide evidence of one black swan, which disproves the notion that all swans are white. So the argument is, Earth curve is the cause for bottom-up obstruction. We show observation that it's not the cause for obstruction, because we can demonstrate this on small scales, we can observe it on large scales, small scales, to show the horizon is beyond the blockage, and it can be beyond without having blockage as well, which totally contradicts the claim. So therefore, I just shown you a black swan where you guys claim there's only white swans.
So I guess Globers would have to come up with an explanation as to why that appears the way it does.
No, if they want to, but what they're going to give, because the geometry is a set radius. Now, the set radius cannot change, and that's exactly what we observe. Now, you guys can claim refraction, then you're making our point. As soon as you say refraction, then it's not a physical curve, it's only optical. And that's why we say, and then you would agree then the horizon's not physical. So when you guys see something go beyond
the horizon is optical.
Yeah, so when you see something go beyond the horizon, you can't claim Earth curve, you can only claim it's optical, so therefore it's not a globe.
Well, it can still be a globe.
How?
The horizon can be both, I think.
I don't understand. How can it be both? It's either
the horizon can be
it's either
physical and optical.
Okay, explain how.
The optical horizon is influenced by the curvature of the Earth and can change based on the vantage point and the conditions of the day. So that's how you'd get the optical horizon.
You would agree we never have a day without refraction. There's always refraction every day because we see through the atmosphere.
Yeah, there would be, yeah.
Great. So
that's
I think, would you tell me when they ever measured the physical curve?
Well,
has anyone observed the physical curve? That's what I'm asking. Has anyone observed physical curve then?
Not as the actual, but they have other means to measure the curve, not just optically.
How do you measure the curve if it's not optical? Because you say the horizon is Earth curve, so that means it has to be optically observed, because if it's optical, how else do you observe it?
I think big, maybe. Trigonometry?
But then it's not observed then. And I gotta let you know, the trigonometry is also based from a flat Earth, because you're using the cosine Sakatoa, which is a triangle based on a 90-degree angle with a flat baseline.
Yeah, but it's
even in the geometry it's wrong. Even in the geometry it shows it has to be flat.
No, the formula involves the. I'm waiting. Hold on. The formula involves the distance between 2 points: the height of the observer's viewpoint and the apparent dip or drop of the horizon.
You do know our eyes are not embedded in the horizon, correct? In the floor.
Yeah, our eyes aren't well.
We stand above. We stand above. So,
yeah, unless you're in the earth, yeah, you're gonna stand above. Yes.
Yeah, so we'd say you're looking down at the water.
Yeah, you'd always be looking down at the horizon.
Great. So when I look down at the, by the way, you can't look down at the horizon because the horizon rises relative to eye level. It's perspective. This is why no matter what altitude you go, the horizon is always still going to rise with you. Have you realized, like high altitude balloons, you can still see the horizon relative to the high altitude balloon, or even airplanes?
No. So, but the horizon doesn't rise to eye level though.
Oh, so the horizon falls away as soon as you lift up in altitude?
Well, it won't be that apparent until you get really high up. But
how high is that?
Yeah. 15,000 feet, maybe.
You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson says not even at the height of the ISS you are able to see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, but the people, well, you'd say supposed because you don't actually think there's people on the ISS, or that the ISS is even there, right?
I just got to quickly say thank you, Godzilla. Thank you very much for your 5 membership gifts. Really appreciate it, mate. You rock. And I just want to say thank you, everybody that came. Please hit that like button and share the show. Really appreciate it. And to you, Lou, I really do respect your honesty on this debate, mate. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, see, we can have a normal conversation. We don't have to agree on everything. But this is how it's supposed to be. And this is why I can't label you an anti-flat earther. I can just, say you're a normal guy. A normal guy that believes in the globe.
Yes.
Exactly. Because we both don't agree on the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a good conversation.
Yeah, I enjoy it. But that's what I say. This is what I like. Because we can have conversations like this, which is just honest. It's no one breaking anybody down or anything. And we can just agree to disagree kind of thing.
Yeah. But the people, well, supposed people on the ISS would say different,
But if I can tell you, have you heard about the second law of thermodynamics?
No. What's the second law of thermodynamics?
It's the law of entropy. So it's based on high to low pressure, cold to hot, order to chaos kind of thing. So if I open a tin, let's say you have a tin of cola, and you open it, the gas escapes that tin cola into the surrounding system. The ISS is claimed to be in space, and that would violate the second law of thermodynamics.
Oh, well, space isn't really a. Space is just a very low pressure area.
Yeah, and it's a separate system. Because you would say the globe is an open system inside space, a separate system, correct?
Well, yeah. Is.
Yeah, because like space is 10 to the minus 17 tall.
Yes.
And here on Earth, on the Earth's surface, it's 14.7 psi. So that's quite a huge difference. Now, according to the law of thermodynamics, if we had two separate systems and I removed the barrier, the one has the low pressure system, the high pressure will force itself into the low pressure and to equalize. So therefore, if Earth was in space and it was an open system, the air we breathe would be gone. We'll all be dead because it have equalized to the surrounding system, and therefore on the ground surface you'd have 10 to the minus 17 tall.
Well, but the energy from the sun enters the air.
Yeah, that doesn't change
So
the direction of gas.
Because the energy of the sun enters the Earth is not a closed system.
Do you know the differences between the three different systems in thermodynamics?
No.
You have an open, closed, and isolated system. The open system, energy and matter can leave through its boundaries. The closed system, no matter can leave through the boundaries, but energy can leave the system. An isolated system, no energy and no matter can leave or enter the system. Earth is claimed to be an open system, so therefore energy and matter can leave and enter the system.
Yes.
Okay, so if it's an open system and we have the gas as matter and we have the energy of the sun changing the thermal properties, giving more kinetic energy to the molecules, you would agree that they would be moving faster, correct?
The what?
The molecules of the gas, because of temperature.
Yeah, gases can leave Earth's atmosphere. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying, that's a contradiction and violates the second law of thermodynamics, because all the gas would leave to seek the available volume. You wouldn't have gas staying behind. It's not selective. All the gas would hit and move out into space if it was claimed to be the globe.
Over lots of time, I suppose the gases escape Earth over time.
No, but you see this, based on the second law of thermodynamics, it would be instantaneously. So, in other words, do you understand what elastic collisions means?
Like a rubber band? Elastic energy?
It's just simply based in physics. Elastic collisions, when something collides with another, has a collision, it doesn't impart or lose any energy. It only reflects the energy. So, say a gas molecule hits another gas, they bounce off of each other, but they don't transfer any loss of energy towards each other. So it keeps its kinetic energy.
Yeah, I think so. An object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got another super chat quickly. Carl G, thank you very much for your £5 super chat. He says, the stories and drama within the ISS would be believable if it wasn't for our Uncle Don providing me material. Thank you very much for the super set, Majaldi. Kalji, I really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, you know who Uncle Don is? Don Petit.
No.
Don Petit.
But has he made videos that
No, he was an astronaut, and the comments he makes it look really ridiculous.
What's the comment that he made?
Let's for instance say the reason we can't go to the moon again is because the technology we had, they destroyed, and it's a painful process to build it up again. Or how about the seals in the ISS? When he was asked about the seals, how do they maintain it? He says, no, they just work. Or if they ask, if you get a leak in the ISS, he says, oh, I can't remember off my top how to deal with it, but there should be somebody should know how to deal with it.
No, I suppose that's an answer that doesn't really provide you the question.
Let me give you context.
The answer you'd want.
Okay, let me give you context. That tin of pop soda that you open, when you open it, all the gas is releasing from inside that higher pressure system to the lower pressure surrounding system. That's what would happen if the ISS had a hole. Because the ISS inside the so-called tin can would have a higher pressure, and all the air would rush out of that hole. So that little pinprick hole, for instance, would get bigger and bigger, and all the air would just rush to space, and the ISS and everybody in it would be dead in the water.
Well, we can't really compare I don't really know much about outer space, but it's definitely different than on Earth. Because the Earth has friction and wind. The space is claimed not to have friction or wind. It doesn't have an atmosphere, so we can't really say. We can't really use the things that we observe on Earth. Use the same logic that would also happen in space.
Why would space have different natural laws?
Well, there's no friction.
There's always friction. Friction's a natural law.
But there's no friction in space.
How do you know?
That's what they say.
Oh, so that's what they say. There's no friction. But you see, this is the problem. On Earth, we have what we call natural laws. You know what a natural law is?
It's things that happen all the time.
Yeah, it's naturally.
Right?
You can't do anything about it. Like entropy, it's a way of life. Things fall to the ground because that's how nature intended it to be. Things get cold, things get hot. It's part of how nature works. We have friction. Now, why would you claim space to not have to abide by those laws, those natural laws?
Well, space is, different from Earth.
But space is claimed to be natural. Space is not supernatural.
Yeah.
Great, so it has to abide by natural laws then.
Well, there's a difference in scientific. The word natural in science means not supernatural.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And space is not supernatural. Space is natural. So it has to abide by all natural laws. So that means it will have friction. It would have to abide by the law of entropy. And it would have to abide by every single thing we see on Earth. So therefore, it's not special. It would have the same laws applied to it. And therefore, the Earth, with all its gas, would fill that space.
It might behave differently in space.
Why?
Well, because there's well, why
would it behave differently in space?
wait, what was the question?
Remember, you saying space, maybe things behave differently in space. So I'm asking, if space is also natural, why would you expect it not to be abide by natural laws then?
Well, yeah, clearly, yes, it would have to abide by the natural laws, like electromagnetism and the gravitational pull, right?
No, there is no gravitational pull.
Well, yeah, because things are in constant free fall, like your satellites and stuff.
General relativity.
What's that?
So you're saying general relativity then?
General relativity.
Yeah, things are in constant free fall.
That's the
Einstein.
theory, right?
Einstein. That's the latest gravity postulation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
So then there's no.
Einstein, yeah.
So then we'd agree then that we can't claim gravity to have a force. So there's no attraction of masses because you require a force to have a mass attraction, just like force equals ma.
Yes, F equals ma. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a mass. Yeah. You have a mass. You have an acceleration. You have a force.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You require a force for a mass to accelerate. So if gravity is not a force, how can you claim gravity is pulling things down?
Well, gravity is not a force. Gravity is the acceleration. So that's
gravity.
the A.
So gravity is
the
the acceleration.
Yeah, it's the A.
So what caused the force
F
then?
equals ma.
So what causes the force? What causes the force then?
Gravity causes it.
No, you just said gravity is the acceleration. So how can gravity cause gravity?
Gravity doesn't cause gravity? What? No, gravity's the acceleration, and the acceleration causes the force.
Again, you require the force for
alongside
the acceleration. Remember, you need the force to cause the acceleration. So if you're claiming gravity is the acceleration, you can't claim the force is also gravity, and claim it's not a force.
Okay, hold on. Let's restart. Okay, let's go back to saying gravity is not a force. What did you say to that?
Yeah, gravity is not a force. I'm going to quickly share screen again. I think I'm going to try and draw it on the screen on Paint. It might make it easier for you. We'll do it. Then you can tell me what everything stands for. Okay, we got the F, we got the M, and we got the A. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so what does the F stand for?
Force.
Force. Okay, let me just put it a bit
the
smaller.
Gravitational force, yes.
So you're saying it's gravity. The force is gravity.
No, it's just force. It's force.
Force, okay. Okay, and then we got it's a mass?
Yes.
And then we got an acceleration.
Yes.
Okay, now I want to ask you. I'm just going to say acceleration. So what is acceleration? Is that gravity?
Yes, the acceleration is gravity.
Okay, so acceleration is gravity, okay?
Little a, yes.
Great.
Gravity.
Okay, now, what is the mass? Mass is just the mass.
Just mass. Yeah.
Okay, what's
How big an object is?
So what's the F now? What's the force then? If gravity's the acceleration, what's the force?
It's m times a. When you multiply m times a, you get the force.
No, you require a force for a mass to accelerate.
No, you just No, that's not.
So you don't require a force for mass to accelerate.
It's the other way around. You require a mass and an acceleration for the force.
Exactly. So without the force, you can't have a mass accelerating.
Without the force, you wouldn't have the mass or the acceleration.
You can't have a mass without force. Why?
You can't really have a mass without force.
So a block of steel has mass, correct?
Yes,
Is it accelerating?
It causes the acceleration.
So that means it requires a force for that mass to cause an acceleration.
If anything, if you erased everything from the universe and just placed a steel block, you would that would be a mass.
Yeah, I agree. There's mass, and we observe an
Yes.
acceleration. Therefore, you require a force. Now, if you're claiming acceleration is gravity, what causes the force? What is the force that causes gravity?
Well, I don't think that anyone knows that yet.
So
Like, I don't think, what's the explanation as to why things get drawn together? We don't know. I don't think they know that
things
yet.
don't get drawn together. Would you agree then, because you say acceleration is gravity, if I accelerate with a car, is that caused by gravity? Is that gravity?
Well, has a different one. That's the engine.
Great. So we would know the force comes from the engine.
Yes, the engine causes the force.
But the acceleration is not gravity there.
You'd still have the gravity. It's just that the force created by the engine would overcome gravity in this case.
No, remember the force is causing the car to accelerate. So we know the force is caused by the engine pushing the mass along, which accelerates it. So therefore it's not gravity. Gravity has nothing to do with the vector. Now, if we take a stone and throw it out of an airplane, it's accelerating towards the ground.
Yes.
Okay, and you would say that acceleration is gravity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the force that gave that acceleration?
Well, it's the Earth, I suppose.
So the Earth caused gravity?
Technically, you could say that, yeah. Any bit of mass causes gravity to appear.
So then we would say mass equals mass times acceleration.
No. All you need for gravity is mass.
Oh, okay. So a mass on its own, a mass on its own causes acceleration. Is that what you're saying? It doesn't require force then.
No, because you'd need the acceleration for the force, of course.
Remember, you said the acceleration is gravity.
Yes.
So we're observing acceleration. So you're saying we're observing gravity.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
Great. So what is the cause for that acceleration?
The cause for the acceleration. Are you saying like what causes acceleration?
If I drop that stone out of an airplane and I observe it accelerating, you're saying that's gravity. What causes that observation? What causes that rock to accelerate?
The other mass.
What other mass?
The Earth, right?
The Earth can't do anything. The Earth is not a force. The Earth is just another mass.
The Earth is mass.
But you're saying it's a force. So you saying mass and force is the same thing?
Mass and you. Well, if you have a mass, you have basically an acceleration that you can't observe until you add another mass.
I can take a scale and I can put a mass on there and I can measure it.
Yeah, that's from gravity.
No, it's not. You do know it measures pressure that the mass is having on the load cell.
The scale, if you get on a scale, you have mass, the Earth has mass, and you're drawn downward to the center of that mass. Therefore, the weight on the scale would reflect how fast or you're being drawn down by the Earth's gravity.
Then why is it if I stick that same scale in water, it won't pick up my mass?
Well, because there's pressure all around it.
So pressure is the cause then? Yeah, so buoyancy. So you would agree it's the pressure that gives the reading, not the mass.
No, because there's everything all around it. Everything's pushing on it from all directions in water, so it wouldn't really pick up any weight.
But you understand what you're doing? You're making a claim that mass is attracting mass. You make that claim.
Yes.
So how would you prove that?
Well, with an experiment, I suppose.
Okay, and how would you do this experiment? So you would say it's scientific then?
Yeah, a scientific experiment.
Great.
That follows the scientific method.
Okay, so cool. You understand the scientific method. So would you be able to please give me the hypothesis and experiment for gravity?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so the first step is observation. I observe something falling. I suppose that would be the observation. Yeah, the observation, the hypothesis can be whatever you want, I think, right? Yeah. The hypothesis is why you think that object is falling.
Yeah.
I think it's because the two masses are drawn together. But of course, the hypothesis can be anything. I can say that...
They have to stop you there, though. You have to give the cause. So if you're saying two masses attract each other, how are you going to manipulate that?
I guess I'd get two masses and see if they attract each other or not.
No, you have to manipulate the independent variable. You're saying you're seeing something fall to the ground, accelerating. And you claiming it's the Earth attracting the rock.
Yes.
So how are you going to manipulate the Earth?
I can manipulate the if I'm saying mass attracts mass, then I can get two masses and put I'd have to isolate lots of variables like the wind or atmospheric conditions. Like I'd probably put the balls and myself out of the equation too, because
how are you going to take the mass of Earth out of the equation?
Well, the mass of Earth is constantly pulling things down.
But you see, that's the thing. That's the issue here. You're claiming the mass of the Earth is the cause. So that is the thing you have to manipulate to state it's the cause. You're not going and manipulating the Earth. So therefore, it's not scientific.
I'm not saying the Earth. I'm just saying mass attracts mass. It doesn't matter what the masses are.
No, you observed a stone falling, falling out of a plane, accelerating towards the ground. You claim it's the Earth attracting that stone because mass attracts mass. That's what you claim. So the cause would be mass then. The cause would be great. So the cause would be Earth.
In this scenario, yes.
Okay. Now, how would you go and manipulate your presumed cause, which would be Earth?
Well, if my hypothesis is just mass attracts mass,
but
then
you don't observe just mass attracting mass in reality. You observed a rock falling to the ground. You don't observe mass attracting mass.
But your hypothesis can be whatever you want it to be.
No, your hypothesis has to be what you observed in reality. Just like you said, observed natural phenomena. The natural phenomena was rock
That's
accelerating
right.
to the ground.
The observation can be whatever you want it to be.
Right, so yeah.
That's fine.
We observed now in nature, we observed a rock falling to the ground.
Yes.
So now your hypothesis has to be built on why I see that rock falling to the ground.
Yeah, why does the rock fall?
Yeah, and you claim it's because the mass of the Earth is attracting that rock. So therefore your cause would be the mass of the Earth. So you would have to manipulate the mass of the Earth.
I just have to... Oh no, I lost my... all I saw was the rock falling to the ground. So, from that, I probably wouldn't be able to say what made it fall.
Yeah, exactly.
What
you just observed it fall. We just observed it accelerating. So therefore we know there is a force.
Yeah.
There's definitely a force because we observe an acceleration. So you're saying that acceleration is gravity. So so if you say gravity is what we observe, you just renamed acceleration to gravity.
Yeah. You can call it what you want, I guess. Before we gave it a name.
So that's what I got to ask. So what causes that acceleration? Is it gravity causing that acceleration?
Yes.
So gravity causes gravity.
Gravity.
So acceleration's not gravity then. So acceleration's just acceleration.
Acceleration is caused by a change in velocity.
Great.
There you go.
Great. So we can say it's not gravity. I can take that out then. We can say acceleration is not gravity then. Acceleration is just acceleration. That's the magnitude.
The acceleration is caused by a change in velocity, but
and
velocity
as a vector, so it has a magnitude.
Is a vector, yes.
Great.
That includes both speed and direction.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to say that vector is down.
Yes, the vector is down.
Okay, great. And we know it's a rock, so I'm just going to draw a rock there because that's our...
Therefore, any change in speed or direction of any object's motion does result in acceleration.
Yeah, but look what I'm saying. So we got the airplane above here. Excuse the airplane, it's just a quick little... Okay.
This change can occur due to the application of a force.
No, but you would agree, according to F equals ma, we see an acceleration of the rock, that would be the mass, that would be the acceleration. We actually can see this. You would know you require a force for this mass to accelerate. Now,
yes.
Okay. So once we see the accelerating rock, are you claiming the cause for that acceleration is gravity?
Yeah.
So then force.
Acceleration.
So then we can say force is gravity then.
In a very basic term, I suppose you could say gravity.
But you see how that
is
contradicts
a
it.
force.
But you see how that contradicts gravity though, because gravity is not a force. So you can't claim the force is gravity.
Gravity is not a force.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we can't claim the
Right.
force to be gravity then. That's the issue.
Gravity. But as it turned out, that is not actually correct for every situation. It's correct for some situations. Saying gravity is a force is correct for basic situations. But if you want to get more advanced with the details, then you'd see that actually gravity is not actually a force after all.
So
It causes a force.
Okay, so we have to take gravity out here then, because then gravity is not the force. So the force.
No,
there's
I
a
didn't
force.
say
Okay.
that.
Okay, so that's what we see now. So where does gravity fit into the situation here?
It fits into the A.
No,
The
you said
A
that. No.
is gravity.
No, you said that's an acceleration downwards, got a magnitude.
Yes.
So if
The
gravity,
acceleration
so gravity causes
drew.
gravity again.
Gravity drew. It's acceleration due to gravity.
But that's what I'm saying. So you're claiming gravity causes the force, which causes the acceleration, which is gravity.
It's like if I go one. It's like if I go 1 equals 1. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 equals 1.
Yeah.
Exactly, but
You
so you're saying gravity equals gravity.
or A equals B or something like that. You know, the F in this case would come after. So it would be M times A equals F.
Great. Okay,
But
let's do that as well.
In this one, it's just, for simplicity, it's F equals MA.
Okay, so
Because that's...
Great, so the mass times acceleration is equal to having a force.
You can't have a... Yes.
Great. So
it's a force.
So it's the same thing. You require the force for that mass to accelerate.
Yeah.
Great. So what would be the force here?
The force, it would be... created by both mass and acceleration.
So you're saying mass and acceleration is gravity?
No, mass and acceleration causes a force. But the force is not gravity.
Sorry. The force causes a mass to accelerate, not a mass and acceleration causes a force. The mass cannot accelerate without having a force.
But look at the bottom one. MA equals F, right?
MA equals F means we're observing a mass accelerating, which requires it to have a force. That's what it means. It's still the same thing.
Well, it's equal to a force.
Yeah, which means we do have a force. And gravity is not a force, so you can't claim gravity to be the cause for the acceleration.
Why not?
Because you require a force, and since gravity is not a force, you cannot claim it to be the the cause for the acceleration. It has to be something else then.
You want what causes the force?
You claiming the force is due to gravity. Correct.
Yeah, the force.
So then I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked McToon last night. What is gravity?
When a force is exerted on an object with a mass, it results in acceleration of that object.
No,
right?
I asked what is gravity?
I guess acceleration, right?
No, but then you
So I
claim, but
guess
then it's again the same going back to then gravity causes gravity.
it would be different in regards to, pushing or pulling an object, because the acceleration in that instance wouldn't be caused by gravity; it would be caused by you pushing the object, making it accelerate forward.
So then you would agree then it's not gravity pulling the rock down to the ground.
It's a force, right?
No, gravity's not a force, so it can't give a push or a pull.
No, I mean, like, it's a force that pulls, right?
Yeah, a force can push or pull.
Yes. It's a push or pull, yeah.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, so when we see an acceleration and it's not can't be gravity because gravity can't push or pull, how can you claim it to be the cause for an acceleration?
So, wait, what's your question?
You're claiming that gravity is not a force, yet you're claiming gravity is the acceleration due to a force. So you're claiming gravity causes gravity and it's not a force at the same time.
So, no, but what? So, can you phrase that in a question form?
Yeah, how can you claim gravity to be the cause for gravity?
But that's not really me.
So then you would agree with me, based on simple logic and thinking about this, looking at it, breaking the F equals ma down. Gravity is just a belief. There is no gravity, where it's an illusion that we believe to exist. Because it contradicts physics.
I think there's a mix-up in your question of you saying gravity be the cause of gravity.
But you said acceleration is gravity, and you said gravity causes the force, which causes the acceleration. So gravity causes gravity.
No, gravity itself is not the cause of gravity. It is the force that results from the mass of an object.
So if I stick two marbles next to each other, will they attract each other?
Yes.
Two marbles, will they just attract each other?
If there's nothing else if there's nothing else in the world, let's say that
you see, that's the thing.
Start over from zero. But everything's gone now. No Earth, no Sun, no anything.
But you see, that's the
problem.
And
we just have two marbles next to each other. Then yes, they would attract each other.
So that's not something we can do in reality. Then it's all just mathematically based. Narnia.
Mathematics is describing reality.
But I can make mathematics to describe unicorns. Does that make unicorns reality?
Well, it's doing math wrong.
No, but you understand. Remember, math is just a language. Math can describe lies too. Doesn't make it reality.
Oh, no.
Okay, let me try and place it in another way.
Okay.
I have 2 ice creams. Okay? And I have 3 friends. In reality, I only have 2 ice creams. Now I go and I write a mathematical equation down. 1 plus 2 equals 3. That gives me 3 ice creams. Do I have 3 ice creams do I have 3 ice creams in reality, or do I still only have 2 ice creams?
So wait, you just wrote down what? What did you?
In reality,
So you have-
reality, I have 3 friends and 2 ice
Yeah.
creams, but we all want an ice cream. So
Uh-huh.
I go and write an equation stating if I take the 2 ice creams and I plus another ice cream, I have 3 ice creams.
Yes, that's correct.
Does it mean in reality all 3 of us have ice creams?
On the paper, it does describe reality.
So the math
The math
described
works out.
so the math described what doesn't show in reality.
The math describes.
You understand? So
do
reality, math worked out. The math worked out, but reality, it wasn't the same. So that's what I'm saying. You can't claim because math, therefore reality. That's just a false equivalence.
Yeah, but you're not doing. It's for describing various aspects
I
of
described
reality.
it. Yeah, I described my friends having, each one of us, all 3 of us having an ice cream. I described it mathematically. But in reality, that wasn't the truth. So math is not reality. Math is just a language.
It's it's used to model and interpret the world.
But you understand, so based on that logic, we can
You're
say,
using it.
no, we can say, because you're claiming mass attracting maths and your math makes it seem agreeable to you, does that make it mass attracting mass?
That the math works out.
So the math
If the math
So the math can work out, but does that mean mass attracts mass? Or could it be something else?
I'll say if the mathematics works out, it probably is, for this simple experiment, if the math works out, you could say yes, then it's correct. But then another thing might come along into play that you didn't know about before. Then for this little experiment that hypothetically you did or something, if the math works out to describe it working, and you'd go, oh yes, that math describes what's happening here. That means it's correct. But then another thing comes along that you didn't think of before, or maybe you discovered another thing that is more accurate than what you were doing before. The math still is correct. It's just that this version of the math is more accurate than what you were doing before. It's kind of like Einstein and Newton, you know?
I know what you're saying, but you understand, I think you're getting what I'm saying. Just because it works out in math doesn't make it the actual thing that's causing. I got another super chat, sorry. Carl G, thank you very much for your £5 super chat. He says, if one is in a position where they're claiming a term to be simultaneously a cause and an effect, then they're proposing clown material. Thank you very much for your super chat. Really, really appreciate it, Carl G. You rock, man. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. What if I told you that I can take that gravitational acceleration equation and let's just change the law of gravitation to the law of density and we get the same results? Would that now mean that it's density that causes the acceleration?
Well, in this scenario, I guess it would be.
So you would agree then no one can claim it to be gravity the cause. We can do exactly the same and just say it's density that's the cause.
Yeah, but the math works out.
Yeah, so the math would work out as well. We just change the law of gravitational acceleration to the law of density acceleration. So then it's not gravity anymore, it's now density. It gives exactly the same outputs, It works, so therefore density is the cause, not gravity.
I mean, it wouldn't, because the equation for density is different than the equation for gravity.
No, I'm just changing gravitational law to density law. So it says it's the same outputs and inputs. So it's exactly the same. Every G is just changed to D.
I mean, yeah, since it's just a name for something, if you want to call it density, then sure, why not?
So based on the logic of the globe, I can claim, based on equations, because of math, density is the cause and not gravity.
It's just a name, if you want to, but it's just that we've called this thing gravity, you know? It's just a name that we decided to call it.
Yeah, but what is gravity?
It's the attraction of masses and the bending of space-time or something like that.
No one knows what gravity is. That's why there's such a problem. And that's why McToon failed so hard last night, because he had to back up his claim on what gravity is, and he doesn't know. Not even Neil deGrasse Tyson says when we ask what's gravity, no one knows. Because, like you said with the F equals ma, it's gravity that causes the force based on the mass of the acceleration. So therefore you're claiming gravity causes gravity, and you don't know what gravity is. So it's unfounded logic to say it's gravity. It's just circular reasoning.
I don't think you get it, but...
No, I get it. I'm just leading you in different ways, so you try and make you understand that the law of gravity doesn't actually exist. It's only mathematically based, and it's showing circular reasoning for this. And your whole paradigm is based on the circular reasoning belief system. That's what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to explain to you that they're teaching you something that is just simply taking what we observe in reality and saying this is the cause when they don't even know what it is. So you can't claim it to be a cause if you don't know what it is. It's a faith.
Yes.
It's a faith. It's a religion. Gravity is a literal religion.
Well, you'd hope that the people that study gravity know what they're talking about.
And can you ask any one of those people what is gravity?
That say that, yeah.
Okay,
you can ask them what is gravity.
But I think you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I enjoyed this chat. What do you think of the chat? Would you want to do it again sometime?
Yes.
I think it was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And I really, really respect you for coming on and being so cordial.
Thank you. You too.
Yes.
You're one of the better flat earthers when you don't get interrupted.
Thank you. But you see, this is how it should be. When people you can agree to disagree, and when we ask a question, we just get answered. That's how big people talk.
Mm.
So yeah, I want to say thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. Definitely have to set it up again sometime, and I'm looking forward to your channel if you're going to bring some content out.
I might do that.
What kind of content would you bring out if you do start doing it?
Well, I did want to become a VTuber of sorts, so
Yeah.
maybe. Do you know what a VTuber is?
VTube.
VTuber.
No, what's a VTuber?
Maybe someone in chat will know. But VTuber is like it's kind of like a hard question, but it's like a animation.
So
profile.
Almost like a virtual
Yeah,
YouTuber. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, you can do that.
Like
That'll
my
be great.
profile.
Do you do animation? Do you do virtual animation kind of stuff? Or do you still want to learn?
I'm currently learning how to code, so that'd be nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What program do you use to learn? Are you doing C++ or?
Maybe JavaScript.
Java, yeah, Java's nice to start off with.
Yeah, that's one of the basic ones.
Yeah, I remember I started learning on Java to do a soccer game. It was so many years ago. That was actually fun. Java's actually not bad, but I mean today you have much more easier programs.
Yeah,
definitely. But I really want to say thank you for coming. I really did enjoy this conversation, and I think it irons out a lot of things that people can see the differences on how we think different to you. Because, how can I put this? People that believe in the globe definitely see it in a different way than the people that believe it to be flat. And I think you'd agree with that. You could see the same thing, but see it differently.
Yeah, well, it was the Isaac Newton's law was refined, you could say, by Albert Einstein.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna have the after show now. I have to see what people are gonna say and everything, and I'll definitely have this conversation again sometime. And don't be a stranger, mate. You're always welcome in my chat.
Oh, thank you. I'll watch the after show. See what people think about that.
Yeah, we'll see what they say about the conversation and everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a good day or evening wherever you are further. And much blessings.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. There we go, guys. So that was Lou. I think that was a awesome conversation. You guys can join in on the Element as well again if you want to get into the after show a bit before we do close, because we're not going to go on much longer. What did you guys think about this, guys? In chat, I want to say thank you for coming. Really do appreciate you all. Look at the chats. 3 hours in, 69 votes. This guy was much better than McCrybaby Coward McToon. Yes, 71%. No, 29%. I 100% agree. It should actually be 100% yes. He was very awesome. Thank you, Lou, for coming. You rock, man. I definitely really enjoyed that. I do not agree with you on a lot of things, just like you don't agree with me, but I think we got the message out to the people so they can see how it should be done, how it should be, talked about. So I really enjoyed that. That was really great. So much love from the globe, from the Flat Earth side to you, mate. Hey Ryan, what's up? What do you have to say?
I'm back. Oh, I like this guy. I like him a lot. I was expecting it to go worse because I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm really happy that he came. I'm really glad that we did this one. This is really good because it's somebody that actually seems to be at least reasonably looking for the answers, and that's good. I think that's good on both sides.
But you see, this is why I say there's a difference between an anti-flat earther and just a normal globe believer.
And now everybody knows what we're talking about.
And this is this is the type of discussions I have with normal globe believers. They like exactly like this guy.
Right.
We'll rather
and we
go,
can be peaceful.
We'll rather go to I disagree with you. I'll agree to disagree with you. And, move on from there. And like I said, it's planted the seed now. Now he has things to go back and think about. Things how he hasn't looked at it before. It's explained
he's
to him.
He's been around a while, too.
Yeah. So
he's been around for a few years.
So it's something you can look into. But I mean, he definitely wasn't rude. He didn't, try every tactic in the book just to be as disruptive as possible, which the anti-flat earthers do. And this is what I love, because this shows the difference between normal people and anti-flat earthers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you notice there wasn't as bad at trolls. The trolls weren't as bad either.
Oh, they still came in, but not as bad, yeah.
Well, our usual, but I'm saying we didn't have an influx of a whole bunch of people that showed up just because of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
like
see,
we do every time we have McToon.
But you see, I could have had this exact same conversation with McToon last night, and it would have been much more productive.
But see, McToon doesn't play that way. He doesn't play by the rules. He plays by his own script.
But you see, McToon knows he can't back up his claims. That's why.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, Dislord, what's up, man? What do you have to say?
Yeah. What do I have to say? Well, I like his energy. He got that.
He's very chill.
Happy vibe to him. Yeah, he seems genuine, and I think the more debates you guys will have, he will end up on our side at some point. I think that's very possible, because he's not closed-minded, but confused, it would seem.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron Armstrong, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Just made you moderator now. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to convince everyone else to believe like we believe. Just in order to be able to state our case and have the conversation.
Yeah. What I mean is they will automatically end up believing what we do if they keep doing the research.
But like I said,
the question. They do that
that's how it worked for us. Yeah, I believe. That's how
remember,
if they do it, of course.
we're not here to convert people, as you would say. That would be a cult kind of calling. That's what the Globe is, and that's why they're so proud of converting people. We just want to get the information out of there, and it's up to you to take it or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's it. We sow the seed of truth, and it's up to you to take it. We're not going to force you. This is the whole reason why I still do debates with the anti-flat earthers, so the normal people can see there's just nothing from that side.
What we deal with, and at least look at our side and see it from our perspective, where we really are from, not just from that exaggerated one that we get all the time. Yeah,
exactly.
Nice. That's why I'm here, just so you know, because that's how you look at it. I like that.
Yeah, because if you take normal people, I know so many globes, they look at the debates I've had, and they say, "What the hell was that person's problem?" They literally say, even my wife, she's like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
How do you keep your patience, bro? That's what I always ask myself: is how do you keep from just like going off on them? Because they want to frustrate you.
Sorry. There's a guy in the chat who really, this guy called Little Sausage.
Oh, Little Sausage, yeah.
Yeah. If you look at what I've been writing with him, just almost, right up there, it just moved up a little. He just doesn't seem to want to get it no matter what, He says, so you can't prove gravity, but you still don't need to prove it, to use it, and la 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 la. I'm saying silly talk, and he say, and now you can see up in the top, but silly isn't wrong. I mean, my God, this guy just makes up excuses for everything that's not even able to be proven.
Sounds to me like
still work and still be right.
He's enjoying getting your goat, is what it sounds like to me. He's just one of those people that just likes to get on, push your button. You know what I mean?
No, but you see,
he seems to fucking believe what he's writing. It's insane. See, he keeps going against people.
But like I said,
yeah, I know. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether they believe it or
right,
not.
But it's not.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But you see, this is why I say there's a difference between the normal globies and then you get these anti-flat Earth trolls. They know they're wrong. The cognitive pain is just too much to accept it. So they roll the go,
or whatever
so they roll the go and be as stupid as possible in chat, and then claim victory. That's what they do, because they got nothing else. I mean, they literally got nothing else.
I mean, math can tell us that unicorns live on the other side of the triangle world we live on, but no one can prove either of those claims. But they are still true if you ask these people, because
Yeah, Lily.
Well, anything's possible, and everything's relative. You never know.
As long as you can think it must be real. But you can't prove
well, hey,
it.
Now that's a concept.
But you see, based on the
but
the
not
conversation.
In this world.
But I mean, look at the conversation we had tonight with the gravity argument. This is exactly what would have happened with McToon last night if he was honest. We could actually get to a point that people can see the arguments, and it comes to the end of the day. They're claiming gravity causes gravity. That's exactly what they're claiming. So as soon as you claim gravity...
The force creates the force.
Yeah,
okay.
So when you ask them, okay, what is gravity? Because you're claiming gravity causes gravity. Any honest person in their right mind is going to say, yeah, there's red flags here. It's not making sense. You understand?
Well, if we just had a way to test it, if we had a way to test gravity or some kind of magnetic field that would imitate it, then it might be different. But we really don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love it if we had something that we could really grasp and look at.
How can you? But that's what I'm saying. How can you claim something to be reality
You can't.
if you don't know what
yeah,
it
you
is.
can.
If you don't know
Right.
what it is. They can't even describe gravity because they keep contradicting themselves even by trying to describe it.
Yeah, I kept asking the same question. I don't know how many times in the chat. You know, that thing with if gravity is due to a force, then what is that force and where does it come from? And why can't anyone explain that? And I kept doing that, and people just ended up being quiet, except for that guy. He, in the end, there, he wanted to push that. You know, nothing has to be proven to work anyway. Like, that's kind of what he says. You don't have to prove it. It doesn't have to make sense to you if you can still calculate from it. How can you calculate from something that based on nothing and based on something you don't even know what is and never have and never will?
Quantify, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you have to be able to quantify it into something that means something. Otherwise, it's just
You
numbers.
can't just
Yeah,
take
but I mean-
nothing and
crap.
make
But I
math
mean-
from nothing and then go from that.
I mean, I can do it in a whole different thing with that, those ice creams as well. You can put it in a box. The guy doesn't know how much ice creams is in the box. Now I make a mathematical equation guessing how much ice creams is in the box. Now I decided my equation equal to 2 ice creams. Now
Did it?
you have someone on the other side saying, looking in the box and say, yes, it's definitely 2 ice creams. Well done, your mathematical equation proved it. In the meantime, there was no ice creams in the box. It was a drawing of an ice cream. Does that mean does that mean the maths proved reality, or did it just prove mathematically that it explains what he thought reality explains?
Proves it math. Does it prove
That's a
it?
tough one.
Yeah. Hey BJ, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, sorry, I've just woke up. I fell asleep this afternoon, and
Really?
had an evening, and then I just haven't woke up till now.
Well, we were up quite late last night, so this
Yeah,
morning.
true.
This
No, I
morning.
meant like I thought maybe we put you to sleep. I was gonna say, damn, it wasn't that bad, was it?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I just thought I'd throw one in the chin. Sorry.
I thought it was Mikey tonight. Is Mikey tomorrow?
The thing is,
Tomorrow.
no, he messaged me and said he's a bit sick, so he can't really make it. And as soon as I said, don't worry, take your time, get better, then this Lou guy messaged me and asked, can we have a debate?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, yeah,
That
fine.
really surprised me when I saw that on there. I was like, is this the same guy that I know from over at Discord and stuff? And I was like, yeah, it's sure the heck was him. Yeah, it was him.
So yeah, like I said, so I said, sure, so my plans just open up, that'll be great. And then after he agreed to accept, then Mikey says, no, you'll still come on. And I said, no, just rather keep it till you're better. And then we rescheduled to next week. So
Yeah, got you. That's good.
You know, Matthew Learns is a guy that I'm not really sure whether he's. I really can't tell if he's genuine or if he's more of on, like, split between the two. But I know you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I know who Matthew Learns is.
Him, and there's a couple other people that I also know that are Globers that I think are kind of like maybe still holding on to it, but they are Globers, genuine.
They know.
But I really find it hard to
that-
find any real ones. Though.
Yeah, they know the truth.
Like popular people.
They know the truth, but they just choose to stay in the delusion because, you
know what? I don't blame a guy for that.
Remember that, like I said, what will happen? What's the stigma that us flat earthers get? How we treated? How we treated? Just by saying, by going against a person's religion.
Because it seems obvious to us. Yes.
Yeah. So
if it wasn't so obvious, it'd be different. But.
So I'm just going to say thank you guys for coming because it is time to
Thank
go
you
sleep.
for having us.
I really, really appreciate everybody that came.
Yeah, loved the show.
It was awesome. It was, and I mean, this is the kind of conversation the person's supposed to have.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the likes and shares. Really, really do appreciate it. And if any of you, other people want to come and just have conversations like this, just ask. I'm more than happy to have conversations. You see, this is the difference between what could have happened with McToon if you decided to show respect and actually just answer my question. What is gravity? If he made a claim, he has to back it up. Simple as that.
I've got a couple hours of show to catch up on.
Yeah.
I love the Superman. That was good. I love the Superman.
Well, the reason I did the Superman.
I thought you were going to say something else.
The reason I did the
the
reason I did the Superman was because mine can be just as ridiculous with him because he doesn't have to back it up. So why do I have to back mine up?
Right, exactly. That's why. That's what I thought you were going for, and I was waiting, and I was thinking that maybe he was going to cut you off before you got a chance to kind of do that. I was waiting. I was thinking, how's this going to work out? Because it was just like it was like stalemate for a while. It was like, who's going to hang up on who first, right?
Wow, I got another super chat from Face Reality. Thank you very much. He says, $10 super chat. Well, thank you. He says, hey, I'm doing an epic series of thought challenge videos based on biblical stories and concepts. First vid premieres tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time for anyone who wants to learn. Wow, man.
Yeah,
I'm interested. I'm
Me
interested.
too.
I'm going to go to your channel and I'm going to go and share it on a post. Definitely, mate. If you got it showing premiering already, I'll definitely stick it on, mate. There we go, premieres. Woohoo!
What that AEST is?
I'm going
to for me.
I'm going to say hi and put in the link for everybody to go. Do subscribe to Face Reality as well, guys. Definitely well worth it. The Fall of the Fable. I see you getting better with your YouTube thumbnails as well, mate.
That's amazing, man. I like that.
Let me just show everybody how it's looking on screen. There we go. You guys should see it. Thank you very much for your super chat, mate. Really appreciate it, guys. Please, there's his link. Do go and hit him a like, subscribe. And
Is that you, dude? Is that him?
Yeah, that's Face
Yeah.
Reality.
Oh, cool. Okay. I was just making sure because I know sometimes people just put whoever on there. I don't know. Just making sure.
Didn't you know that Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, kind of looks like.
It's more like an LL Cool J, I think.
And he really
I was
does.
thinking.
He really does awesome content, guys. His editing skills is great.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I just want to say, Aaron Armstrong, set up a debate, mate. Message me when you want to debate. You are a Patreon member with the perks, so you are more than welcome to have your debate, mate. Let me know when you want to debate and the topic. Definitely well with it. And thank you for becoming a Patreon member, by the way. Do appreciate the support. You are great. Oh, guys, and when you do go there, hit that notification. Because if you don't hit the notification...
They don't get credit.
Godzilla,
so,
wait.
Well, I mean, we got it.
Godzilla says, "Wait, that's me."
That's me. I thought that was another rendition of me or somebody else in here mixed together. I was waiting for Dislord to come out and start saying who it was.
So night, guys.
No.
What can I say? I'll see you guys then all tomorrow night for another epic stream. Many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.
The first day. The first day.
Is the Earth flat or round? It's flat. It's flat.
So tell me, Neil, is the Earth flat?
The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
What are some of the easiest ways that you can prove that the Earth is flat? That's a hard thing for me to even start talking about because there are so many proofs that the Earth is flat. That's a hard thing for me to even start talking about because there are so many proofs that the Earth is flat.